Did you know that a Post-it note can change your life? We use them all the time to jot down reminders, mark a page, or to capture one of the 60,000 to 80,000 fleeting thoughts we have each day. But what if I told you that a single Post-it note could change the entire trajectory of your life? Would you believe me? Well, you should, because it happened to me. Let me take you back to the 3rd grade. Our teacher asked us to get out a piece of paper and write down 3 goals. Now, before I move on, let me provide some context. I was raised in a home where education and ambition mattered. My father was an immigrant from Argentina with an 8th grade education, and my mother never had the opportunity to attend a 4-year university. So in my home, dreaming big wasn't just encouraged, it was expected. So on that day, I did just that. I dreamt big, and I wrote down these 3 goals. Graduate college, become Miss Kentucky, be a United States Senator. Now, graduating from college was a given. That was as much a dream for my family as it was for me. Being Miss Kentucky, that was a vision I'd had since I was a little girl. I would watch the Miss America pageant every year, completely mesmerized. I wanted to be that woman. I wanted to sing, inspire, and to make an impact. And then, becoming a US Senator, well, that was probably a mix of my family's deep love for this country, my dad's slight obsession with C-SPAN in order to learn the English language, and probably a mix of me trying to impress my teacher. But that afternoon after school, I proudly took my piece of paper to my mom's office, where I transferred those 3 big dreams onto a Post-it note. And I stuck it to my bedroom mirror, where it stayed for 10 years. And every day, those goals stared back at me, quietly shaping my thoughts, my actions, and my belief in what was possible. Fast forward 30 years. 2 of those 3 Post-it note goals accomplished. I graduated from the University of Kentucky in 2004 with a degree in political science. The next month, I became Miss Kentucky. But that 3rd goal, becoming a US Senator, well, that never happened, and it never will. Because I don't want it to. I mean, can you blame me? After interning in Washington, working on political campaigns, and earning my degree in political science, I saw firsthand that that was not the life that I wanted. But that was actually the easy part. I let go of that dream with full confidence because it wasn't the right path for me. But what was even harder was that I had built a 17-year career, a successful career in corporate sales. I had worked for 4 different Fortune 500 companies across 3 industries. I had spent 11 years in leadership, leading teams to success and climbing every ladder put in front of me. By every measure, I had accomplished everything I was supposed to. And yet, that 3rd goal still lingered, not as a desire to go into politics, but as a deeper question. Was I still chasing the right dreams? Because this time, I wasn't actively choosing to let go of a goal I no longer wanted. This time, I was questioning the very foundation of the life I had built. I had spent my whole life setting goals, chasing after them, and achieving them. So why did this feel so different? And then I realized something. Success isn't about checking off goals. It's about who you become along the way. But for the first time, I wasn't so sure who I was becoming anymore. In 2019, after relocating for the 3rd time in less than 8 years, my husband and I took a long overdue European vacation. One afternoon, walking the streets of Inverness, Scotland, we crossed a rickety white bridge that stretched over the River Ness. Halfway across, I stopped. I looked out over the water, and for the first time in a long time, I breathed. It was the first moment of stillness that I had allowed myself in years. But standing on that bridge, I felt something shift. Just like I had outgrown my dream to become a senator, I had outgrown the life I had spent 17 years building. But it wasn't that I had failed, and I hadn't let my younger self down. It was simply time to write a new Post-it note. Because our dreams aren't meant to be a contract. They are a compass, and my compass was pointing me in a new direction. But here's the thing about a new direction. Sometimes it doesn't come with a roadmap. Standing on that bridge, I knew the life I had built was not the life I wanted. But if not this, then what? I had spent my entire career building teams, motivating leaders, and driving success in corporate spaces. But had I ever stopped to ask myself what success actually looked like to me? For years, I had been so focused on following the path right in front of me that I had never truly asked, is this the right path? And if I was going to create a new future, one that felt fully aligned, well, I had to do what I had always done when I needed direction. I had to write it down. Less than 3% of people will actually sit down and take the time to write out their goals. But I was determined to be one of them. So I went back to the Post-it note. But this time, instead of writing destinations, I started with 3 questions. What do I want? Who do I want to become? And what do I want to create? Your answers might surprise you. They might scare you. Mine did. But they will show you the way. Because for years, I thought my Post-it note was set in stone. But the real power isn't in sticking to the note at all costs. It's in having the courage to rewrite it. And when you give yourself permission to rewrite your goals, something incredible happens. So let me ask you something. What is on your Post-it note right now? Maybe it's a goal that no longer excites you. Maybe it's a dream that calls to you, but fear is holding you back. Or maybe you don't even know what to write yet, and that's okay. Because the power isn't in having all the right answers. It's in having the courage to ask the right questions. And after doing this work myself, I now have the privilege of helping others to do the same. Now I get to help companies, nonprofit organizations, government entities, and high-performing individuals create aligned, vision-driven success. Through my signature framework, Executive Vision Imagery, I work with people just like you, leaders, teams, individuals, to rewrite their Post-it note and take action on it. So, if you're feeling misaligned with your company's vision, if you're wanting more out of your life, but you're not really sure how to get there or what that looks like, if you feel that tug inside of you because you know there's something greater ahead, I encourage you to do the work. Take the time, sit down, ask yourself those 3 questions. Write it all down and let yourself evolve. And if you need a guide along the way, that's where I come in. I want to leave you with one last thought. If you take nothing else from my talk today, maybe it's that I'm slightly funny. I hope you remembered this. Your goals are not a contract. They are a compass. And you are one Post-it note away from the life you were meant to live. So let's start writing it together. Thank you.